Hi everybody, I hope you're well. In today's video I'm going to show you 4 ways in which you can get really cool and creative photographs when the sun is mega high in the sky. I'm joined today by my friend Nina and we are in Lytham St Anne's in Lancashire. So let's crack on. So we've just arrived at our destination today, and as you can see the sun is so high in the sky it's really not ideal for portraits. However, if this were a wedding day we have to roll with what we've got. So what I'm going to do is show you 4 different ways that you can use this really harsh light to create really nice portraits, and each of these shots will give you variety and shots that your bride and groom will hopefully love. So first of all, Nina, I'm just going to bring you over here, please, if that's okay. Now what I'm looking for here is to place Nina in very harsh light, but I want the background to be very dark. And what that will do is when I expose for Nina, or more likely expose for the dress, because the dress is going to be the brightest part of the photograph, the background is going to go very underexposed, and that's going to give quite a cool effect. So to start off with, I'm on my Sony A9 as always with the Sony 85mm 1.8, and again I'm going to place Nina just exactly where you are, Nina. That's perfect. Just look side onto the sun if that's beautiful. Just actually just to look this way with your body if that's okay, and then just head just back that way. Stunning. And again, so you can see here how Nina is in really harsh light, but the background will be dark when we expose for those highlights. Beautiful, Nina. So I'm going to shoot this at f2.8, my ISO is at 100, and the shutter speed is going to be whatever it needs to be to knock out the highlights. So that is going to be 6400 with my shutter speed. Beautiful, Nina. Just looking that way for me, that's so stunning. I should just say that me and Nina have never actually worked together. We've only met like 20 minutes ago, but it's clearly obvious that she's very good. It's almost cheating. So what I'm just making sure here is that we're positioning myself in a place where the light is good on Nina's face, but also that the background is very dark. Stunning. I'm now going to shoot at 1.8, change my shutter speed to f2.3 even, because it's so bright. And then I'm going to go a bit further back, let's get a full lens shot, and then we'll just change our lens. What I'm trying to do here is just make sure that I'm not including the sky. I mean, no right or wrong, but for me the sky can be a bit of a distraction. So I want to go a bit closer now. I'm going to change to my Sony 35mm 1.8. That's just give me a bit more variety. But again, the light is so harsh, but it's nothing to be scared of when you use the light correctly. And that's all to do with the position. You'll see that I've got Nina's body away from the light. So we're utilising short lighting on Nina's body. And conversely, we've got Nina's face facing the light, again, short lighting on her face. So this is as flattering a pose that we can do with this light. I'm going to shoot this from above. Taking the lens cap off always helps. That's one thing I've learned over the years. These are beautiful. So a couple of other things I'm doing here. When we shoot portraits, I'm trying not to cut the nose. And what I mean by that is Nina's nose, I want to keep within her cheek on the right-hand side. That's just, again, just a more flattering angle. So you see here that I'm sort of shooting this composition so that Nina's nose is not going over her cheek. Beautiful, Nina. They are stunning. Yeah, amazing. Just going to take a couple more and then we're good. Again, I love shooting from this angle from above. It's just a little bit more unusual. This is where having the flippy screen is absolutely invaluable. Beautiful. So that is the way that I would utilise the really harsh light in the first instance. The light here, we're using side lighting with a dark background. What I'm now going to do is find a little area where we can pose Nina, where she's going to be backlit from the sun. So we'll go and find somewhere that we can do that now. Okay, so I'm now trying to find a little area where I can position Nina with the light going to be behind her, but ideally so that we have a dark background behind her, because if we position Nina so that the sun is directly behind her, she's going to get washed out against the bright light. We can do that with a silhouette, which is what I'm going to do for a shot later on, but for now I'm just going to find an area, hopefully in these bushes over here, where we can position Nina so that we have a dark background. Again, let me keep on stressing, the light is so harsh. It's not traditionally a great time for portraits, but I want to show you that you can just still utilise the light. I mean, this is a really good patch here. We've actually got two options. We can have the sun on Nina from the front, and I think we'll do that, actually we will do that as well. But I'm also, first of all, going to shoot with the light backlighting Nina. So about where you are there, Nina, if that's okay. I'm just going to come on this side of you. Again, I'm on my 85mm 1.8. The key thing to point out here again is you see the sun is up here, but I'm deliberately excluding that from the composition. Beautiful. So notice the rim light around Nina's hair is really beautiful. Again, that's because the light is behind her. Amazing. What we'll just do before we leave here is, if I can just ask you to go back again about, just wait till you're next to that little bit of tree there, Nina, if that's okay. The reason that I'm putting Nina there is because I can now shoot through this little bit of highlights here, so that will give me interesting bokeh, which it does. Yeah, that was really cool. The reason that this looks good is because these leaves are being lit by the sun. If they weren't being lit by the sun, it wouldn't work as well. Amazing. Beautiful. Let's go really close. Stunning, Nina. Even though I'm pleased with what we've got, it takes seconds just to change your lens, and it'll give you something very different. I tend to go for the 135 or the 35. Let's go for the 135. And again, I'm going to take about 5 or 6 steps further back, Nina, if that's okay. Again, the reason I'm asking you to do that is so I can utilise these leaves. Yeah, that's good. So we've still got the rim light on Nina's hair, but this bokeh now is really cool. Stunning. So just before we leave this area, I'm now going to do the reverse of what we've just done and use the light so that it's front lighting Nina. Again, you can see that Nina's in beautiful light, but so is this. And it's by shooting through these leaves that are also lit up by the sun that will get really cool bokeh. For a shot like this, I'm going to go for my 35mm. So Nina is in a beautiful pool of light, but notice how there's just a shadow coming across. Now we could do one of two things. We could do a bit of gardening, but I won't do that. I'm just going to ask Nina a little step just to the front. That's it, yeah, one step further forward. Yeah, there's good. Thank you. So when I expose for Nina now, the background's going to go very, very dark. And Nina there's a natural vignette now because of how dark this light is. That's beautiful, Nina. Again, I'm trying to not include the sky in the shot because that will prove to be a distraction. Stunning. I'm just going to do a little bit of gardening. I'm going to hold these, going to hold these leaves up into the light. And again, what I'll just do is actually just to stand slightly side on this way, if that's okay, please, Nina. I'm going to do the same shot we did for shot one, just because, again, the background here is really dark. Let's just make sure there's no shadows on Nina's face, which there isn't. It's not often I can't even shoot wide open because even at ISO 80, we're still too bright. So I'm at 8,000 now, at f2. Beautiful, Nina. Just looking where my hand is, if that's okay. Just one tiny step forward. Just because, again, just being careful where the shadow is. This looks beautiful light. It's almost like it's studio lit. Amazing. Thank you very much. So that's now front light on Nina. Let's now try a silhouette. Because, again, with the sun so high in the sky, if we put Nina right in front of that sun, we just need to find a place where we can get Nina a bit higher. That will look very, very cool. So we just need to walk up this hill now. Okay, so for this silhouette to look cool, I wanted Nina to be right against the sun. So because the sun is so high in the sky, I've had to find a place where Nina can be really high up and I can be really low down. And what I'm now going to do is basically try and shut down the exposure as much as I can on the camera. That's going to make the whole image more or less black, and then we'll just have Nina backlit and it should look really cool. So the key thing for me here is to position myself so that the sun is directly behind Nina. So I'm not going to be able to shoot wide open, there's no chance of that. I'm at 8,000 with my shutter speed still. ISO is at 64, which is one of those ISOs where the camera sort of shouts at me and shouldn't be going that low. And even that is way overexposed. So I'm going to have to change my aperture now. And we're now at f14, which is crazy. This is going to show up all the dust spots. There is where we want it. So the sun is right behind Nina's head now. Beautiful, Nina. And actually just throw the veil, so the veil, you're looking one way, the veil's going behind you, if that's okay, please. Yeah. Amazing. Yeah, these are brilliant. Yeah, this is so cool. When are you ready, Nina? Now I'm actually stand side on completely, if that's okay, Nina. And then just wafting the veil with your right hand, but still facing that direction. Again, I'm just moving myself up a little bit so that the sun is right on Nina's head. Yeah. Gonna come a little bit closer. Yeah, when you're ready. Stunning. We are good. Thank you so much, Nina. So again, that was number 3, I think. So again, the reason that shot hopefully worked, hopefully you like it. If you do, the reason that worked for me is that the sun was right behind Nina. If I would have placed Nina somewhere else in the composition, she would have got lost in the dark shadows, because when we expose to something as bright as the sun, when it's this high in the sky, everything else is going to go really underexposed. So you really want to place your bride or your couple right in front of the sun, and then we can get something really cool. So let's go and find one more shot now where we're going to shoot through foreground bokeh. Okay, so for shot 4, I tried to find somewhere that, again, like we did a bit earlier on in the video, is Nina's going to be backlit, so the sun is going to be behind her, but I've also want to find something that I can shoot through that is also lit up by the light, and that's why I found this area over here. Because as you can see here, Nina's going to have really nice rim lights, but these things, whatever they are, that are leaving a lot of weirdness on the floor, no idea what that is, hopefully it's not poisonous, but that is going to give us some really nice foreground bokeh. And again, to achieve that bokeh, I'm going to shoot wide open on my 85mm lens, 1.8, and I'm hopefully going to be able to do that because the sun is not going to be in the shot. So I need to find a bit of this to shoot through so that the background behind Nina is really dark. Again, flippy screen is a godsend. I can't tell you how bright that sun is. It's almost blinding. Now again, the brightest part of this photograph is not Nina's dress, it's actually some of this foreground. So you need to make sure that you don't blow out the highlights in that foreground. Now that does mean that Nina's skin tone is a little bit underexposed, but we can change that in post. Beautiful, Nina. That's good. Stunning. Amazing. This bokeh looks really cool. What I'm actually going to do in a second, I'm just going to take a couple more here, and then I'm going to change to the Canon 50mm 1.2. It's going to really exaggerate that bokeh. Thank you. Okay, so I'm now on the Canon 50mm 1.2. This is one of my favourite portrait lenses, even though it is a Canon lens. To use this lens on my Sony camera, I need to use the Sigma MC11 adapter. So let's just try that. Yeah, let's look how good that bokeh looks. Beautiful. Let me keep on saying that the really important thing here, beautiful Nina, is to keep Nina against the dark background, because that is what is giving us the rim light. Stunning. I tell you what, I like this so much, I'm actually just going to change to 135. So I need to go a bit further back this time for the 135. I'm going to shoot through this. Yeah, really good. And the last one, and we are done. Stunning, Nina. So thank you so much, Nina, you were amazing. So I'm going to show you my favourite photographs from this shoot on the screen now, and what I hope it shows you is that even when the sun is really high in the sky, there is still lots of things that you can do to maximise that light to create really cool and creative and different portraits. So a massive thank you to Nina and to Tony for filming. If you have any questions at all about anything I've done in this video, please do let me know in the comments. Thank you very much again for watching, and I will see you next time. Hi everybody, and welcome to another video. In today's video I'm going to show you 4 ways, and I'll put 3 fingers up before I can do that again.